Hello everyone and welcome back to Oddball Day Cafe.
Hey.
Connie is here with us today again. It's so good to see you.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, always, anytime. So today we've got lots of stuff to chat about.
Fun
stuff. I know, it is fun stuff. It is fun stuff. But today we'll show you what we're drinking today.
Okay.
What you got in your really beautiful mug?
It's called Maximum Slim, and it's a coffee mocha tasting delicious drink.
Yes.
It has Garcinia, Cambogia, things that stimulate the metabolism. To burn a little bit extra fat, you drink it like before you eat, so it kind of gets the work. And so this is really, really good. Maximum Slim.
Yes, and she's had this before on this show when we did, I think, our St. Patty's Day show.
Yes, we did. It was really good. I love it.
And this is and I've had this recently, vanilla caramel, bigelow, and it's just good stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just good. I love
that was my second choice.
Vanilla and caramel, yeah. So we are just here today, and we will toast having fun today and having you at the cafe. So
happy
to
spring.
us, happy spring.
Yeah.
And to you.
There you go.
I'm so happy when I have my tea.
Yes.
So today, in one of the past shows I did, it was entitled The Lost Art of Relaxation, and which is really truly a thing. But we were talking about, like, there's so many things out there that are lost arts from, things that we grew up doing or our parents did or whatever. And now today, it's not just such a thing anymore. And so we were talking about that. We just wanted to go through some of those and see what you think too. Like, send me your comments and ideas on this. But making a little list of lost arts that I would personally like to bring some back. Mm-hmm. So let me start here. First of all, just cooking a homemade meal.
Right.
We are always so rushed, and we're always picking up, and it's processed food. We're either nuking it or we're picking it up, and it's fast. And just to take the time to make a homemade meal.
The world will be much healthier if you cooked at home. Processed food is killing people, literally.
Yes, it is.
Literally killing people. And the younger kids are even worse off than you can even imagine.
Yeah, because they don't have the foundation of, like, my mother and her sisters, they would milk the cows, and from that milk they would make the cheese.
And they were active doing it.
Right.
They kept fit while they worked.
Right. So they weren't on their cell phones, and they weren't, like, going to McDonald's. Ugh, don't get me started on McDonald's. So if you have kids, cook, because they would be much healthier. Yes, for real. And for yourself too, for your whole family.
Yes.
The lost art of having dinner together at an actual table, discussing everyone's day. Who does that? Yeah. I love that. Even if you did that once a week, it would be something. With a homemade meal. Yeah. Like, wow. It's just something that I bet if I asked on the street, not that I'm going to, but if I asked like 10 people, when was the last time that you had a home-cooked meal with your family and sat down at a dining room or kitchen table or whatever?
And put the phones away, turn the TV off, and talk. Discuss.
I'm telling you, the phones. Oh, I thought of another one. I got to say this right now because it's not on my list. The lost art of pulling up the freaking pants.
Oh.
This thing where I got to see people's butts.
Right.
I'm sorry, young people.
And they walk like ducks.
And when did that, like, I know that became a trend, but why is it still here? Sometimes it's absolutely obscene because there goes their whole entire butt walking down the street. And sometimes it's the front too. And it's like, I don't need to see that. And how is that? They can't walk. It's not comfortable.
And I think about what they're doing to their spine. And what problems they're going to have when they're older with their posture, and they're setting themselves up for a myriad.
And for what? For what? It's like the most
there is a reason we don't want to get into it.
It's just not good. It's not good. It's not good.
It's ugly. Is what it is. It's really ugly.
Yeah. So how about the lost art of smiling at people that you pass by?
Strangers you don't know, smile.
Just a smile, just a little smile, even a little hello, but even just a smile, it is amazing. How many people will smile back? Right. And it's just a little way to generate some, I don't know, niceness that
it's contagious.
It is. Smiles are absolutely. Now, of course, you're going to get a jerk now and then. It's just going to be like, what are you looking at?
Right. It's their problem.
Yes,
They're
it
the ones
is.
with the problem.
That's
not
right.
you.
It is sent it right back at them. Yes, which all goes into like the lost art of kindness. So that's
Yes.
also something. Just being kind.
Yes.
You know, you see somebody and it's struggling, an older person in a grocery store or something, and help them with their bags or just any little thing. It's just like little
Yeah.
acts of kindness.
You stop making it a me first world.
Yes.
That's what it all boils down to. Me first, me first. Me to the door first.
And you know what?
Me to the line first.
That takes me back to cell phones too, because everyone, not to say that I don't do selfies too, but it has become such a narcissistic world with
It is.
everyone like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go to the gym and I see these young girls in the mirror and
they
they're
make
just
weird
like,
faces.
yeah,
They make these
not
fish
like we
lips.
make good faces. Oh yeah, I know,
Oh,
but
come
they
on.
don't. No, I'm saying you and me
Yeah.
make some good faces.
Yeah.
But no, and it's just like wow. I had to use the mirror at the gym the one day just to check my teeth, and I had to wait for these girls to get done with shooting pictures of them in their butts. I was like, oh my god.
Oh
I
my.
can't.
And it's all going to be posted online too. It's like, who wants to see all that?
I know. Well, they do. I guess.
Somebody does, obviously.
And then also like the lost art of forgiveness. We were talking about that.
That's huge.
Holding a grudge will make you old. It will make you unhealthy. And
it will prevent you from getting into heaven.
It's-
God does not tolerate that.
yeah.
You will not, you have to forgive. That's his whole premise. You must forgive.
Yes.
No matter what this person does to you.
Right.
No matter what it is.
Right. So forgiveness
Let it
is
go.
very, very important.
And you don't have to be their
Yes.
best friend. Just
Right.
don't hate people. Quit hating.
Right. The lost art of loving.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes.
Although that's hard sometimes.
It is very hard. It's a challenge.
Yes.
Human beings are prideful. You just got to
Oh
work
yeah.
on that.
Oh yeah. The lost art of having fun. Just
Mm-hmm.
having fun. Just like, who cares what people think if it's silliness? Or just, I don't know.
Like what we do.
I know. We have fun. We have fun. We're silly. We don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I was mentioning that there was a girl at a local park, and she was like, it was a very hot day last summer, and she leaned back, and I guess she got her hair wet in the fountain, and then she just decided to put her whole head of hair in the fountain, and she was laughing, and people were like looking at her, and I thought, good for her. I would do that. I mean, I bet that felt good.
I bet it would.
Yeah, although I'm a little crazy about my hair. I'd have to
No,
put
me
a
too,
hat on
obviously.
after.
Yeah. I would never do it. But hey.
I would do it, but I'd have to have like sunglasses and a hat to put on afterwards because I'd be like a mess.
I would need a towel and a blow dryer and an extra 2 hours.
I know. How about the art of giving thanks?
Yes.
It only takes one thank you that means so much. I can't tell you.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than kind of doing something for someone and they just blow you off and they don't say anything.
And it's not that you do it for the thanks. It's just
It's
just feels
courtesy.
nice to know that they appreciate it. Because it's also
Be
a lost
courteous.
art of appreciation is a thing too, because people don't appreciate
Right.
sometimes.
It's all
as
tied in with
well.
that,
It's
yeah.
all tied together. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. The lost art of being a compassionate driver. Well, we know that that's difficult. That's challenging. I was telling her about a girl on the road that I came to the stop sign when she came to the stop sign, and she told me go ahead, and I did, and I beeped and I waved thank you. She gave me the finger. I'm like, what? Wait,
that.
you were nice to me, and then I thanked you, and then what?
Yeah.
I mean, So it's really hard
Maybe
to
you should
sometimes.
like your car.
Something. I don't know what happened there. That was
Wow.
really strange.
It is.
And then the last one I have down here is the lost art of trying simple solutions. And especially with health.
Yes.
Whenever we feel a certain way or, something hits us, there are so many natural things to try before we start popping pills. And I was telling Connie
Truly.
that I have someone that I know of where as soon as her daughter has one ache or one pain, she's pounding down the Advil, like so many Advil a day. Now, this is not a healthy thing. This is not, and I have made suggestions. This is, I don't know, this is more of a rant, of a gripe. I'm not even gonna, where people just like poo-poo what you say and don't even take 1 minute to think about it. They just blow you off like, doesn't matter.
Right.
This particular item here is called a hot water bottle. This is from a long time ago. You might not even know what these are. This is a special one because it's purple, my color. My father used these all the time for aches and pains. You just fill it up with water. I don't like heating pads as much. I just like having my hot water bottle. They dry your skin out. Oh, do they? Yeah, okay, because I just, you fill it up with water. Say, you know, you have a tummy ache or whatever, and just hold this on your tummy. There's something magical about this simple thing. I don't know what it is, but
because it's wet and you have humidity, it doesn't dry your skin out and it kind of penetrates more. Heating pads, my husband used them all the time.
Yeah.
His skin was a mess on that spot.
Oh.
So on his lower back.
Oh, yeah.
His skin was like, after so much time, it was crusted.
Oh,
so you're gonna stop using that.
Yeah,
heating pad.
Yeah.
This is nice.
I am telling you, it's a cheap thing to try, and it just may work. I had mentioned this to a girlfriend one time who was getting bad. What did she have? Was it backaches for her or what? But anyway, this was a while ago, and I said, why don't you just try a hot water bottle and put it there and see how, I don't know what that, just go to Rite Aid or go to any store and pick one up. So she did. She texted me like 2 days later, oh my goodness, where have these been all my life? And she's like about 20 years younger than me, and I'm like, yeah, well, this was from my parents, but my daughter loves this, and she's how many, years younger.
You can't overdo it.
Just try before you start popping pills. Try some simple things, maybe.
And on the opposite of that would be an ice bag.
Yes.
I have an ice bag with ice cubes in it. Shut it up. Put it on.
Yes.
There's times and places when you need ice.
Right, there are. If I have a choice in the matter, I'm always liking the heat more, unless it's a really hot day.
Most people do, yes.
Yeah, it just feels more soothing. But those are just some things that we were talking about. Yeah. These little, I do want to try to have more dinner at the table and cook more. I mean, I really want to be more cognizant of making that happen. So anyway, those are just a couple things. If you have some ideas of lost art, please put them in the comments or email me at evolvealldaycafe@aol.com, because I love hearing other people's ideas about this kind of stuff, because there's so many more.
And forget about the lost art of dressing appropriately.
Oh yeah. Please don't get me started.
I'm sure you all know what we're referring to. Yep. You can't wear Daisy Dukes and tank tops to church or synagogue. I'm sorry. You should not do that.
Yeah.
That is not acceptable, and people do it all the time, and pastors and priests, they don't say anything about it because they don't want people to stop coming.
Yeah, right.
Have respect for the Lord and dress right.
Yeah.
To a restaurant, when you go to a bank, I see tellers with cleavage everywhere, and it's just not. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for those clothes.
Right, definitely.
Not in a professional world.
I can't even go there because I'll have a whole slew of things to talk about, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, that's true. That's very true. And so pull your pants up and, just be respectful.
Exactly.
It's like really appreciated.
Save your Daisy Dukes for the beach.
So then we were also talking about some one-liners or some little phrases that are like from back in a long time ago that we'd like to bring back.
Yeah,
I think we should bring some of them back. So Connie has a couple of those that our parents or grandparents used to say, but they're really cute. And then I have some like actual thoughts.
One I thought that my dad always said to me, and nobody's going to agree with this, but it's an old cliche: children should be seen and not heard.
Oh.
My dad always said that to me.
Yeah.
But that's an old one.
That's an old one
and
that
parents
I
today
would
wouldn't
not
go for that.
Yeah, because I have a niece who has twin baby girls, and I love hearing those little voices. So
I think it's referring to like a smart mouth kid.
It is.
That's
I think
what he was referring to.
Right, especially whenever they're a little out of control, maybe, or something like that.
Teenagers, alcohol, And then the other one is, oh, you got a new do.
A new do.
A new do.
I do too. Yes. I know.
Short for hairdo, but say the do.
I know, yes.
And I still say to people, oh, you go, well, the other one is for a man when they get their hair cut. Oh, you got your ears lowered. I say that all the time to people.
You know what? I remember hearing that, but no one in my family
It's all coming to me now. But it's not even on my list.
Yes.
And then if someone's irritable and they're cranky, what's the matter? You got a bee in your bonnet? Who wears bonnets?
I got whole entire hives in mine sometimes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was like what my grandmother would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then if you're proud of your daughter, how beautiful she looks for prom or wedding, oh, she's the belle of the ball.
Yes.
That's
yes, that is. But I think that's sort of been a little bit kept alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And well, I mean, there's some funny ones here. Like a little bird told me.
A little bird told you.
Yeah,
Yes.
a little bird told me.
Yes, and I love those birds.
Oh,
Do you
yes.
ever even take the time, like whenever, sometimes we just don't take a moment. Sometimes just go outside in the morning or anytime. Close your eyes
Oh, yeah.
and listen. Oh my goodness, there are so many birds.
They wake me up in the morning. I hear them.
I know.
They're
It's
wonderful
so
this time
like,
of year.
I know. It's
Just
so.
wait. It's not quite at peak yet. When
Oh,
they're
I
still nesting
know.
and the babies have poked through their eggs.
I know.
And they're
that's-
chirping for food, and it's just really loud.
I know. It's really, really great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love that.
These cardinals were going crazy yesterday. I was sitting on my porch. It was a beautiful day, and these cardinals were just back and forth and back and forth. And what are they saying?
I know, don't you wonder? And you can hear them communicating, like from a distance sometimes.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It is really.
It's
But
wonderful.
but how many days do we go by, like all the time, and we don't even think about all of that going on around us? Whenever it's like pretty amazing to just take a minute to like appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to read some of my one-liners here. These are kind of things that just remind me of certain things to in my head, to just like almost like some affirmations. I don't even know if you call them that, but here's one. It matters not how long we live, but how.
Yes.
And that's also like going into saying taking the time, you know, they used to say to smell the roses, to hear the birds, to just exhale.
Right. That's a good one. Yeah.
You can either cry in the storm or dance in the rain. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. I love
Dance
dancing.
in the rain.
And I would dance in the rain any day. And I will do it out on the street. I don't even care. Like if it's just the right time and the right moment, and I'm not going anywhere to worry about my hair, I might do that.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
These are all uplifting, positive.
Yes.
sayings.
Because sometimes you just need a good one-liner to hook on to maybe even a bad day, or you're having like some challenges, and those are great. Become the person you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a really good one. When someone speaks, listen. When you speak, make sure they listen. The lost art of listening.
Right.
And I recently had that where I was in a room full of people and I had a few things to say and everyone started talking over me and they weren't even hearing one of my words. And this happened at this event probably 4 particular times. And I thought, I'm just going to have to sit back.
It comes down to the me first thing.
Yep.
It all ties into me first. I want my voice to be heard over yours. I'm more important. What I want to say is more important than yours.
Right.
In conversation, it's listen. If you listen, they talk. If they listen, you talk. That's what conversation is.
Right. And actually making eye contact with someone.
Oh, yes. You'll never succeed. You'll never succeed in business anywhere with a client.
Yeah.
You don't make eye contact.
Yes.
If your eyes dart about the room when you're talking to you, like, hi, Barb.
Yeah.
They're not interested in you. So eye contact's very important. If you're not going to make eye contact, that's usually a reflection of what's going on inside you. You have no confidence because you don't look at people.
Oh! I just had one like that.
You did.
I have so many. But there is one It says, speak more slowly. This is a sign of confidence and assurance.
Mm-hmm.
And also what's interesting is to stop for a minute and just be silent.
Right.
And just look at someone in the
Silence,
eye.
yes. That's another art. The lost art of silence.
Yes.
TV
yes.
on, cell phone on.
Everything on.
Noise, music, but just be quiet. And that took a while for me to get used to that.
And that's where meditating is so important, because if you can just take that beat. I mean, it's like amazing to clear the mind and to slow everything. I can't talk enough about. Yes, those two. We don't want to leave them out at all. When you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you will have more possibilities, and it's completely the law of attraction. What you focus on, what is in your mind, you're just going to keep getting more of. Yeah. And truly, if I leave the house thinking, you know what? I'm going to get a good parking spot. I'm excited about my parking spot, and say I'm going somewhere that's iffy, like South Side or something that could be challenging. I almost always will have a good parking spot if I, or if I say, there's not going to be much traffic today, or I've already said, everyone's going to be nice on the road today. Now, that usually doesn't happen, but what I will say is there's more people that seem to be more generous on the road. When I think of that, it's almost like just sending it out there and assuming it's coming, and things will come. Whatever, your mind is so powerful.
Cannot dwell in negative.
No.
Ever.
No.
That's what you reflect.
Exactly. Sometimes you won't know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory.
Yes.
With a couple people that have passed lately, that one could get me a little bit choked up. And yes, that is so true. Confidence isn't thinking you're better than everyone else. It's realizing you have no reason to compare yourself with anyone else.
You don't.
No.
Because we're all unique.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're all
God made us different in our own ways.
Right. Exactly. Learn to say no. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain or justify yourself. And that sometimes is hard. It is. Sometimes it goes against what you feel like you want to help somebody, but it's going to make it difficult for you, and it's hard to just. It is. Yeah. I'm going to do two last ones. Actually, three. Okay. The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time, and I've talked about that before. Yeah, sometimes you just need that wasted time. It's just do the relaxing, do the resting, having fun, whatever it is. Binge watch 90 Day Fiancé for 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. I've been known to binge watch a show for 10 hours. I did it one time in my life. Whoa, I was a little exhausted after that, but it was like a whole family thing, and it was fun, and it was not wasted time. We all really enjoyed that. But, it's just something people think they always have to be running and stuff. So not every single minute do you have to be doing that. If you're going through hell, just keep going. Just shoot on through. And then, what was my mother's? Oh my gosh, what was my mother's? Age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it don't matter. And that was from my 95-year-old mother, who probably got that from somebody else, but I always if I hear that, I think of her, and our moms had such words of wisdom, and I'm sure yours does too. And it
shouldn't matter. Aging, you can't stop it.
You have to
just live your best. Live your best.
Exactly.
And take care of yourself, and it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, and you know what? Having like little meetings like this with friends, and just sitting down and talking things through, and it's really, I don't know, for me, it does my soul good. That's my heart good. It's another lost art. Yeah, it is a lost art. We're a lost art.
It's like getting together with a friend for dinner. Sometimes it's so hard to get your schedules together, and you just end up texting all the time, and that's okay, It's nice to hear a voice.
It is. It's nice to see your face.
Yeah.
That's not like not a forehead. I will not talk to foreheads or tops of heads anymore.
Mm-mm.
You have to like look at me, and the phone thing is just, I just don't even know what's going on
crazy.
with that.
It takes up so much of our time in our life.
It does.
I never thought I would be a victim of that. I only got my smartphone 3 years ago, so I had a flip phone until I had to, for a lot of reasons. I had to get with the program.
Yes.
And boy, I mean, it's unbelievable how much that time it takes of your life. I don't have time for
There's so much that comes at you, and there's so much that if you end up finding interesting. I know I do too. And then people send me all kinds of things, and I have so much of a backload of things I want to look at and stuff and make notes of. And but what I really hate is like when people are watching TV and then they're playing games on their phone because the TV isn't enough and the phone isn't enough. They have to be doing both things.
I do that in commercials.
Well, yeah.
I can't stand these commercials. I had to put that on mute.
Yes.
And I get on my phone and look something. Look up a text or a message or something.
Right. Well, you know what? Let's make a toast to maybe this was hopefully some fun things for you to hear us chat about, and maybe gives you some ideas about ways you can pull back the reins a little and enjoy the days, especially since spring is like sort of here.
Yeah, sort of here. It's creepy. It's here and it's not.
I know. It's teasing
going.
us.
It's here today, but it's going to be gone later.
I know. I know.
Too much.
Remember?
Can't take it.
Oh, here's one. How about the long? Is it called the long lost days of summer or something about just? It was a Country Time lemonade commercial that they would talk about the long. Well, maybe it's the last days of summer.
Maybe.
And it was just like sitting back, and they'd show these people drinking lemonade on a porch swing, because we used to sit on the porch.
Yeah.
We used to sit on the porch and just hang out after dinner.
Right.
I'd play Chinese checkers with my mother, and a neighbor would maybe come over, and then we would make root beer. What do you call it? Root beer?
River floats.
Yes.
With ice cream.
Oh, yes.
Vanilla ice cream.
And it was like, I love those times. And it was a hot
wonderful.
night. Let's try to bring a little bit of that back.
Sure.
You'll have to come to my porch or my deck soon when it gets warm, and we'll make root beer.
Okay, sounds good.
Floats.
Sounds good.
And you can join us. We'll do that. But in the meantime, hey, hope you didn't mind us doing this little chat about it. It's a lot of fun, and it's all good stuff. So in the meantime, have a great day. We look forward to seeing you soon. We love you all. Thanks for joining us. And, follow me at the Fabulous Age 13 on Instagram. And in the meantime, happy times to you, and good memories to reminisce by, and lots of lost arts to try to regain in our lives.
To friends.
To friends, to you. Have a great day. Ciao.
Peace.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.